I think everyone has heard of a budget, but not enough people use it. You need to understand that having a budget is the first key step in taking control of your finances. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 reasons why I think everyone needs to have a budget. I understand that budgets get a bad rep for being restrictive and a lot of people hate doing it. So if you, yes you, if you're one of those people that hate budgeting, I hope at least one of these 7 reasons will resonate with you and convince you to start budgeting from today. Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Nas. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things related to money, business, and personal finance. I'm a financial analyst by trade, and personal finance and investing are my passion. I've created this channel in order to share my journey and knowledge in the pursuit of financial freedom. So without further ado, let's get started on today's topic of 7 reasons why I think everyone should have a budget. The first reason being, having a budget shows you exactly where your money is going. The main reason a lot of people don't want to budget or don't like to budget is because they don't want to know, or they want to stay in denial as to where they're exactly spending their money. It's really easy to shy away from things that scare us and maybe things that we just don't want to face right now. If you're an individual that finds yourself coming up with a million reasons as to why you don't want or need a budget, then chances are you just don't want to face it, and you would potentially be one of the prime candidates that really need a budget. I've been guilty of this myself, because if you had told 20-year-old Nas to start a budget and track your finances, I would have laughed at your face and said no, because I don't want to know the silly stuff that I'm spending my money on, like cars and food and going out with friends and going on vacations and all the likes. But in hindsight now, I realize how financially foolish that was. So if this example of mine sounds very familiar and one that you can resonate with, I would urge you to start as early as possible and take control of your finances so you can have a better, more comfortable future of abundance. It is so important to start off at an early age. So if you find yourself in a similar situation like I was in about 7-8 years ago, I urge you to start today. Start budgeting today and start taking control of your finances now so that you have a head start and you can live a life of abundance in the future. Let's think of this another way. Think about a business. Every single business needs a budget in order to operate. A business running without a budget is just setting itself up for failure. So if a business requires a budget in order to be successful in the future, why wouldn't you? Thinking this way, you're the CFO of your own life, getting to see exactly what your income is and exactly what you're spending it on. This puts you in the driver's seat of controlling your own finances. The first thing you'll realize when you start budgeting and tracking your finances is, on a day-to-day basis, we have a lot of unconscious spending habits. Therefore, having a budget is going to help you keep track of exactly where your money is going, consciously or unconsciously, and it's going to help you make informed decisions on where to cut expenses. The second reason why I think everyone should have a budget is because it helps you identify where you have unnecessary expenses and cut costs on those ends. As you'll have to be actively involved in tracking your spending in order to keep your budget fully updated, you'll come to notice that in our day-to-day lives, we do have a lot of unnecessary costs that just tend to slip by. It's very easy sometimes to have those little expenses just slip by and go unnoticed, especially when it comes to recurring payments. For example, very recently in February 2021, when I was analyzing my budget and my expenses, I noticed that I had 2 recurring payments for music subscriptions, one for Apple Music, one for Spotify, and I personally use Spotify. Upon further inspection, I realized that I had subscribed for a 3-month free trial of Apple Music that was given to me when I purchased my new iPhone 12 Pro Max. And although I was using Spotify, I forgot to take my card off and cancel the trial subscription on Apple Music. And once the trial ended, it rolled over into a reoccurring month-by-month subscription, and I've been billed for it ever since. Now, granted, it's only $9.99 a month. It does build up over the course of a year. It's about $120 over the course of a year for a service that I'm not even using. I don't think I would have ever noticed this unless I was budgeting, because it's such a small expense on a month-to-month basis, it would have just slipped by. So the takeaway from this is setting up a budget and auditing and analyzing your expenses on a month-to-month basis is really going to help you cut down on those redundant expenses and expenses on things that don't provide you any joy or utility in your life. The third reason why you should be budgeting is because it gives you awareness. It makes you intentional with your spending, just like being aware of smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. So you see, budgeting allows you to be aware of your spending, as you'll be tracking every dollar that you spend on your budget, and should you make an intentional purchase, purchase, make sure to record that in your budget expense tracker. Personally, for me, knowing that I'll have to note down an $8 purchase for a Big Mac that I want to have will really make me stop and think about it twice on whether I really want it or not. It could be a win-win for both my wallet and my health. It's just that 3-second period where I stop and think that, oh, I need to note this down in my expense tracker. That actually puts a small barrier between me and my decision to spend my money. So even if I do go ahead and decide that I want the Big Mac, that's perfectly fine. At least instead of it being a mindless impulse decision, I'm making an intentional choice to make this purchase where I'm consciously telling myself that it's okay, I want this and it's okay to spend my money on it. Somewhat connected to my idea of intentional spending, the fourth reason why I think everyone should have a budget is because it forms habits that become a part of your lifestyle. When I was trying to save as aggressively as I possibly could so I could buy my first house, I had to cut down on my expenses and spending habits drastically. In doing so, I started to see a specific trend where I was essentially shopping online nonstop anytime I was bored or out of procrastination. And the reason I say that this was all useless is because these were all things that weren't a necessity. I didn't need it. I was simply shopping because I was bored. And of course, as soon as I noticed that I've been doing this months on end just out of boredom, I had to cut that off cold turkey. Of course, I still shop for my necessities as needed using Amazon or whatever other online retailer as needed, but if I had not sat down with my budget in order to find out where my money was going, these bad habits of mine of shopping online would have been bleeding out my savings every single month without me even noticing it. Another common problem I have, which I think is very general across the population, is when I go out for grocery shopping or any such thing, I have a list of items that I intend on purchasing from the store, but I always tend to come out with far more items than I needed to buy when going in, or I did not follow the list and I just bought way more than I needed. But now that I have a budget that I enforce on myself essentially, I have significantly been able to cut down on all those impulse buys and just stick to the necessities as per my grocery list. This has actually become a subconscious change in my lifestyle as I'm always thinking about my budget when I go out shopping, so I'm never doing any impulse buys anymore. I know that sometimes these small impulse buys here and there can be justified, but do realize once this becomes a lifestyle change and you're subconsciously always thinking about it, those small savings really do add up over the long period. So the fifth reason why I think budgeting is necessary for everyone is because budgeting creates predictability, and it is predictability that you need in order to plan out for financial goals in the future. For example, if you're planning to pay off student loans over a specific period of time, you need to have a budget and you need to have predictability. Predictability in the sense that you can predict how much you're saving every single month. If you know that you have a concrete amount that you're saving every single month, you can set a goal for yourself that, let's say, within the next 2 years, I can set a goal of paying off all my student loans because I can predict the amount of savings I'm going to have month over month thanks to budgeting. So on the flip side of things, if you didn't have a budget, you wouldn't be able to set concrete financial goals because you wouldn't be able to gauge with a certain level of accuracy the amount of savings you may end up with at the end of every month to put towards your financial goals, debt repayments, whatever it may be. So the sixth reason why I think everyone should have a budget is because it's the instant equivalent of making more money. And I'll explain how in a little bit. I know a lot of people are just focused on making more money, and that's great and all, but the reality of it is that's not going to happen to everyone overnight. On the other hand, budgeting and cutting costs is something that you have full financial control over, and it is something that can happen immediately as soon as you decide you want it. Just taking you through a quick example, if you're making an income of $4,000 a month and you're spending $3,300 a month on living expenses, you're saving approximately $700 a month, right? But what if you cut down your living expenses by $200? Now you're making $4,000 a month, spending $3,100 a month on living expenses. So you're saving $900 a month now. Isn't this the equivalent of actually having made $4,200 a month if you're able to save $900? See, by saving or cutting down on your expenses by $200, you're increasing your savings by $200, which from a different perspective can look like, oh, it's the equivalent of me making $4,200 a month because my savings at the end of every month grew due to me cutting back on expenses. A quote from one of my favorite authors of the famous book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, says, "Most people fail to realize it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you're able to keep." So to drive that point home, try to understand this example. Let's say someone makes $100,000 a year but ends up spending $90,000 a year, or 90% of their income, on living expenses. So they're effectively only saving 10% of their income, or $10,000. However, let's think of someone who's making $50,000 a year and their living expenses are $40,000 a year. So they're effectively also saving $10,000 a year. But in their case, this is 20% of their income being saved. I would go as far as to say that the person making $50,000 a year is actually better off than the person making $20,000 a year. Granted that their expenses are much lower in ratios compared to the person that's making $100,000 a year, because the dude that's making $100,000 a year only has 10% of their income in savings every single year, whereas the guy making $50,000 a year is saving 20% of their income. So in my book, the guy making $50,000 a year is better off in the long run. So my seventh and last reason why I think everyone needs to have a budget is because it prevents lifestyle inflation. So what is lifestyle inflation? Well, as people start to make more money through advancements in their careers, business, or whatever else, they tend to start spending more incrementally as their income increases, even though that increase in spending may not be justified or necessary. You see, lifestyle inflation can really start to creep up on you, and this doesn't happen drastically, but it does happen gradually to the point where you are just increasing your expenses every single month when it's not absolutely a necessity. An example of this would be that maybe when I was making $50,000 a year, I was spending about $200 a month dining out with friends, family, and whatever else. But now that I'm making twice that amount per year, I'm spending about $500 to $600 a month on dining out with friends and family. You see what happens there? I have jumped up from $200 a month on dining out to $600 a month to dining out now just because my income increased. However, I was perfectly fine off spending $200 a month dining out with friends and family in the past. Why did it need to increase over time just because I'm making more money? That's the perfect example for lifestyle inflation, in my opinion. Because remember, wealth isn't only about making more money, but it is also about being able to keep more of the money that you make. So always make sure to keep track of all your expenses, even though you end up making more money. Your expenses should not go up any percentages above what your income has gone up. Of course, it is okay to reward yourself once in a while just because you're doing better off in life, and budgets can be restrictive and you should be allowed to enjoy your life. However, keeping a budget and keeping yourself in check on what increases you're having in your lifestyle is key to building long-term wealth and saving for your financial future. With that said, you guys, if you've stuck around this long, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon Eastern Time, everything regarding business, money, and personal finance. Also, do drop a comment down below and let me know what redundancies you may have found in your budget. I would be very interested in finding out, and I hope I'm not the only one that does this. Thank you so much, you guys. Until next time.